Hey everybody, how's it going? Octopus here and welcome back. I made some decisions. I decided to do something I usually don't do, and okay, let's talk about why I did this. So we have the high score challenge going on right now, which is Beauty and the Beast. We're gonna get an HD Beast if we make top 5,000. Obviously top 1,000 gets the Gilded medal, and I was talking to some people about this. It seems that HD Beast, like I knew this too, but at the same time I didn't really let it sink in how much I value this medal at the moment. If the medal's multiplier, I think I saw the multiplier, or I'm not sure if I saw the multiplier yet, but if it's high enough, this is a tier 5. So if we're looking at least close to a 3.00 multiplier, at tier 5, fully gilded, this guy is basically Maui and Meowjesty put together without the random attack. So this guy's going to replace two very important medals in all my Keyblade setups. So I want to try to gilt this guy. Now, I'm not saying for everybody to do this. I'm not saying everyone needs to get this medal gilded, needs to have it fully maxed out and everything like that. Having one copy is more than enough. I'm going to do another high score challenge video that doesn't involve this strategy, but I decided I'm going to go a little bit close to all out on this. Not all out, but I am going to spend some of my gift cards. So I decided to buy the VIP pack, and I made a Keyblade setup that I believe should get me 17 million. And I just want to share with you guys that if you did buy the VIP pack, or you are going to buy the next one, hopefully this video is not too late, I think it's a possibility to get 17 million with 77%, but you need a very good single attack medal. You need a medal that's going to be able to do a lot of damage. And according to this, it buffs by 3 tiers, deals 5 exceptionally powerful hits. I tried looking, I couldn't find the multiplier before I made this video, but if the multiplier is close to 3, it's good enough. It does replace Meowjesty and Maui all in one medal, but you obviously have to put it on the proper slot. So I'm thinking like in the second slot of the new Keyblade coming out, the Fenrir. So I'm looking at ahead of time. So later down the line, when that Keyblade's released in Proud mode, it's going to be really good with Illustrated Belle and Beast and this guy right here. Or it doesn't have to be Illustrated Belle and Beast, it can be any times 3 buffer. But times 3 buffer and then him in the second slot at fully gilded. Then whatever else you got for the rest of that Keyblade. Very, very strong, guys. So I decided to pay for the VIP on the last day, which is Sunday. Today, I bought it for 1 day just to unlock the actual Illustrated Belle and Beast. Got my extra 4,400 jewels. As you guys can see, I'm at 22,000 now. And I got a score of 16.427. Now I'm having 2 issues here. Issue number 1, this setup's a lot better than this setup, which for some reason I took out the medal. Hold, give me a second. There we go. Okay, so this is my 2 setups right now. Setup number 1 is a single target. As you guys saw, Zigbar B. He has everything fully maxed out, attack boost 3 max, so he does the most damage possible. If you guys don't know already, whatever your heavy hitter is that's taking down all the enemies that you're going to use, make sure it has an attack boost 3 max, because you want that consistent damage. If you're not doing the most damage possible, you're losing a lot of score. So if you're seeing that someone's doing the same run as you, they're getting 13 million, but you're only getting 10 million, or not that bad, but like 11 million or less, then you know that your medal that you have to do all the damage is not always doing constant damage. So that's a big reason there. Keyblade level, chips on the medal, all that really matters. But for me, between the 2 setups, this setup squeezes out a little bit more points, actually a lot more points. But the only problem is that my World of Final Fantasy Cloud is 13 extremely powerful hits. Now the problem with that is that it does 13 hits. So meaning for the smaller guys, if all 13 hits don't land, I lose a lot of score, and that's a big downfall. And also all the other medals on here are Illustrated Beasts. I'm trying to stay away from polling. I don't want to poll yet, but if I do poll and I want to make this very easy and possible without trying to squeeze out the perfect score, I need to pull a 21% medal, and then I'm good. I'm good to go. I'll put the 21% medal like right here or something, and I'll guarantee myself 17 million. So if you did buy the VIP pack and you haven't fused your medals together and you have a 21% medal from a lucky pull, then you guys have 17 million. You got to gilt that medal. Congratulations. But I'm struggling a little bit. I'm not struggling. I've only tried 1 each, and this one doesn't fully complete because World Final Fantasy Cloud, he is very strong, but it takes 2 turns or 3 turns to take out the enemy because my friend medal is not fully gilded. I'm using a key art number 4 with paralysis plus, but it's not fully gilted, and nobody else in my party has a fully gilted medal. Let me just check if that's changed. Maybe that has changed. Let's see. Okay, no, there is no fully gilted 21% medal. I can keep trying down here and keep resetting to see if one of those random friend medals show up. But that's what I'm going to use, 77%. It's what I did use. I got 16 million. I think at the moment for 16 million, I'm for sure going to be in top 1,000 until more people try this out or do this. Because you can still buy next week's VIP if you screwed up this VIP. Or if you missed this one. So this is not like me, but I do want to make my videos towards free-to-play players and cheap-to-play players. I can't accommodate to the whales because I'm not going to put that much money into the game. And once my last gift cards finally run out that I got for Christmas, I'm no longer going to put actual my money into this. So this is all money I had to decide I was going to save anyways. But I thought, why not, guys? I get HD Beast Gilted maybe. I have a new illustrated Bell and Beast medal, 4,400 jewels. That seemed very worth it for the $20. It wasn't worth it before because we weren't sure if this medal was going to be in the high score challenge, but since this medal is in the high score challenge, that means I don't have to pull. In return, I get this medal plus a new medal guaranteed and possibly gilted and 4,400 jewels. That's great value. That's huge value right there. So that's the reason I did it, and also I do want to cater to as much people as possible that I can afford to cater to. So anyways, enough rambling. I'm going to show you guys what I did. This is the one I want to do, but this is the one I completed it with, and I got the score of 60,427,000. So basically, it's not going to be a full clear, so I'm going to try it anyways with this, even though I only have 7 gauge. You want to go in with full gauge. This is a huge mistake, but I'm going to show you this way because it's a lot faster. Okay, you can't see KR4, but so my first one has SP attack gauge 1. That's the illustrated Bell and Beast I'm going to keep, so that one's guaranteed not going to fuse it to any other illustrated Bell and Beast. The other ones, I'm losing all those skills. Defense boost 2 was a bad idea. I should have just put paralysis on all of them, except for the one SP gauge attack one. That's important, but defense boost and attack price plus was not necessary. It's necessary if you are using Zigbar B because he does take away a lot of SP, and I want to be able to activate his ability even on the smaller guys. But I'll show you what I was doing. If anything, I'll just restore this real quick. Basically, you don't want to swipe, you want to activate your abilities for everything. And what I'm going to do for this run through, if I can fully complete it on the camera, I'm going to show you guys exactly what I did to get 60 million, and if it just turns a little bit better where APP goes off, I'll also show you a new score probably. So I'm not going to go fishing here, I'm just trying to get my SP back in, and I'm going to go right back in. If anything, I'll cut right here. Alright, so there we go, I got my SP back. Another thing you want to take you guys into a little more detail, not this one, but medals like this, it's not fully leveled up, so that's not the best percentage I have. Once I fully level these up, these skills will proc more often. So 39% will be over 40%, stuff like that. I need to level up these skills also to make this more efficient so I can run this over and over and over again. So I'm going to go back into that. Let me just double check if there's not a random one down here. Though there's not a random one down here. If you guys do have like HD Ursula fully gilted, that's going to work a lot better if your Mughal Glory is level 29. I did some crazy stuff actually. I'm going to show you guys after this. I leveled up my Olympia to level 30 to even try this. I'm just going to tap here because I tried acting everything and it only adjusts the score by like, it would be 53,900. So 500 score I'm missing there. But I leveled my Olympia to level 30 so my Cloud can do more damage, and it actually turned out worse because I did less damage to the AoE groups. Stuff like that. Bless you, Kelly. Alright. So for here, I basically want to use Zigbar ability on both of them. If I don't, I lose like 5,000 score. Now that's the issue with this, is that I have to waste a lot of SP to do the most possible. And also because my Zigbar B, I'm also probably doing this wrong, but this is what I've been testing. I haven't tested another way yet. I'm going to retest this over and over and over again to see if I get a better score than 809. If I do get a better score by just activating like not HDBs, Illustrated Bell and Beast, then I'll just use Illustrated Bell and Beast instead of Zigbar. But basically, the hardest part about this is that you can't take these guys out in one turn with Zigbar B. Unless I had a fully gilted friend medal, this would be totally different, but I can't. So what I'm doing right now is that I'm just fully buffing. So SP attack gauge 1, I only use 1 SP, which really helps. And then I have APP and paralysis, so it will get paralyzed. Zigbar B does his attack, I survive for 1 turn, and then finish off the next turn. But no paralysis goes off, so I gotta rely on defense boost 2. So no defense boost 2, which sucks, and I think it's better that I put paralysis on there. But basically, that's what you want to do, is go for those guys, activate your buff, activate your Zigbar B, do the damage, survive one turn with paralysis. Defense boost 2, not a good idea. Defense boost 3, it blocks 2 attacks, and that's good enough. Defense boost 2, you need all 3 to activate. So it was my mistake to put defense boost 2 on there. It was all testing. I think the idea is 3 paralysis and the 1 medal with SP gauge 1. That's if you have the Zigbar B. If not, then if you're using like the other setup I have here, which only has a 2 cost medal, or if you guys have a World of Final Fantasy Sephiroth fully guilted, it would be so much better right here because it's only 3 hits, so you're going to be able to do a better score on everything. You want to activate him for every enemy you hit. So my other one is this one. This one's a lot easier, guys. Because it's an AoE medal, and it does a little bit less damage and it costs less, I can activate it on every single group. So obviously certain groups act differently. Like for this group here, you figure, okay, I'm gonna activate Bell and Beast and then use my World of Final Fantasy Cloud and it's gonna kill them and I'm gonna get the best score. No, because if all hits don't land, then you don't get the best score possible. I'm gonna show you guys right now. This is the idea setup. So what I wanna do here, ooh, I screwed that up. So what you wanna do, let me just do that again. So what you want to do was the first time, swipe, and if you have a KR4 as a friend medal, he buffs your tribute up. So you do that, and then you do the swiping again because you want to do as least damage as possible, and then activate your bonus medal. Now every single hit lands, and I get a score of 1181. So you guys can see that score there, 1,181,000. Now let me go back in there and do that again. But I'm going to do it in a way that everybody else would think was a smart idea. The more power, the better. That's true if your medal has 3 or less attacks and they all land. If your medal does 1 hit, and it's a powerful hit, it's enough to wipe out these enemies, great. But if it's a multiple hits like this Cloud, this is actually a bad thing right here. So we do the attack, and then we activate Cloud here. So we think, okay, Cloud has the most damage possible, we're going to get a really good score. My score is 1,180,000. I lost 20,000 score right there. So if you guys were a little confused about how getting that L method working, how the credit score, how you can get the best score possible, that's kind of like a really good picture in your mind. If your medal has multiple hits, they all have to land. So buffing your medal is not a good idea most of the time. So if you guys can see right there, 20,000, almost 20,000 lost in score, and if I do that for all 3 enemies, that's 60,000. So if you're short like 100,000 and you did that to the entire room, you know where you screwed up. So basically for this run, that's what I'm doing, but here's where the issue is. I just wanted to throw that in there because I need to give you guys some little bit more guidance on exactly how this works, because a lot of you guys do ask me in the comments and it's hard to explain, so video is a lot easier. So for this guy as well, if I tapped all the way, I would only get a score bonus of like 300, but if I activate my Cloud here, I still don't know the reason for this. I think the bombs are affected by buffs and stuff like that, or maybe the multiple hits, but you see how I got plus 779 there, or 799? I got more for activating the Cloud than just tapping through my whole Keyblade setup. So you can squeeze out points out of those minute bombs. I'm just not 100% sure yet. So if you guys know, leave it in the comments for other people. Same for this. I want the guy with the biggest HP to survive as much as possible. I tried dividing the HP, but it ended up working worse. It ended up being worse because, see right there on the bigger guy, if you guys rewind it and pause it, you'll see a little bit of health left. That put my Cloud to do another hit, which equals more score. So it's better to weaken the one guy and keeping the other guy full health in that situation, depending on how powerful your medal is. So in this room, the level 250s, I can take them out in 1 turn. It's these guys right here, and this is where I need a fully guilted friend medal. KR4, Illustrated Cloud, it doesn't matter. As long as one of the 21% medals and they're fully guilted and they have like attack boost 3 max, I'm golden. But I don't have that, so okay, I wasn't supposed to activate that one. Oh yeah, no, activating that one's fine, I switched it. I had him on the second slot before, but it was doing too much damage to the small guys, so I took that out. I was testing a whole bunch of things out. So now that we've got our ×3 buff, we activate Cloud here. I was supposed to tap with those. That's where the APP and paralysis was. So anyways, I screwed that up. I'm not thinking straight. But here, my third guy right here has paralysis. I was supposed to tap and try to paralyze this guy. It doesn't work, so I'm going to buff here with this, because actually it's going to survive another turn, and Cloud's going to be able to fully do more damage. Now I have ×2 up, and when I activate Cloud, I'm going to have ×3 up. So 3 defense boost 2s went off, I survived. If only 2 went off, I would die. Or there was a chance at one time I survived like, I think it was like 18 HP, but that's really rare as well. I don't know if adding more Dales to my beast to add more defense will let me survive with 2 defense boost 2s. I don't know, it's just too much stuff to invest, so I'm going to stick to this for now. So here we go with this. We're going to continue another buff. And this is where it's kind of good that it's 2 times, it's 2 turns. Hopefully another paralysis lands here, like this one right here. Okay, so we might survive this. So now Cloud gives me another buff, so I have ×3 a tribute buff up, which is a lot of damage. And he almost dies, but it's just almost not enough, so it's not that great. Like I said, if this medal right here was fully gilted, this would be possible, but hopefully the paralysis sticks and that I can continue to the next one and show you guys. Because I also have Nova, so if I can do it to 2 of these guys, then Nova will finish off the third guy, no problem. But that's the idea of what I'm running. Because I don't have a fully gilted friend medal, I gotta do that for 3 copters. I'll go into that room first, take down the level 350s first, and then deal with the rest because the rest won't take me out. So I haven't been able to complete that fully yet with that setup because I know exactly what to do for my my World of Final Fantasy Cloud. I know exactly when to activate his ability, when to buff him, not to buff him for that entire room. The problem is I need paralysis to go off and defense boosters to go off. So I just want to quickly make that video to show you guys 16.4. If you guys don't know, 17 million, that's all that's needed. If anything, whatever comes tonight, which was going to be Monday or Sunday night for you guys, Monday morning, whatever comes Monday, if it helps out, I'm going to use it. But I don't have a medal that does 3 or less hits that fits on any of my Keyblades to do that much hits. Or at least I haven't looked too carefully. I just want to get this video as soon as possible, so if you guys have your illustrated Bell and Beast, don't fuse them together. Use this strategy instead of polling, and you're guaranteed to at least have a 5 HD Beast. So basically, you're gonna get this guy right here. This guy, not this guy, sorry. I'm all over with this video. I just got off work, so I'm late on all this, and I'm kind of tired, so I'm just doing as quick as possible so I can go to bed and wake up and start all over. Also, I'm working on a new project that I'm going to show you guys very soon. So if you guys make top 1000, which with this strategy, you should make top 1000, you'll get an HD Beast that has 4 dots in already. So you have 5 of these medals in one. All you need is 2 Mickey and Brooms if you ever really want this guy fully gilted. So even if I don't make that 17 million, at least I didn't waste any jewels for this poll, because like I said, the medals in this banner aren't that great. New medals coming out are going to be a lot better. Even with Mickey and Brooms, these medals are still not guaranteed in these polls, so that's kind of a pain. I can poll with all 22,000 jewels and not get a single 21%, so it's a very bad risk to take. But buying the VIP pack guarantees me 4 medals with 14% on them, and yeah, as you guys can see, that's top 1000 at the moment. So hopefully this helps you out. If you have any tips for me or the viewers, all the community for this game, leave it in the comments. Tell me what you used. Did you use a World Final Fantasy Sephiroth on Divine Rose with the same setup and it worked out? Did you use HD Ursula on the Mughal Glory? Stuff like that. If you guys have different setups with this kind of strategy, let me know, or let us know how you got 17 million with a bare minimum like this, with it only cost you the VIP pack or something like that. As always, guys, thank you so much for watching. Keep on smiling, and I'll see you in the next one.